Hi, I'm Dave Knight with the Dave Knight Real Estate Team. Today, we're going to answer the question, can I buy a home sooner than I thought? So I will lay out a couple strategies, a couple thoughts to help you figure out, can you buy a home sooner than you thought? When you're renting a property, you look at what your rent amount is, and then when you start calculating how much would my mortgage payment be if I purchased a property, when you run those numbers, a good lender is going to give you what's called PITI, and that's your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. It's going to basically let you know, a lender is going to let you know how much your monthly payment is going to be with all of the expenses in purchasing a property that have to do with property, insurance, taxes, and insurance. Now, when you get that number, it may be higher than what your mortgage or what your rent amount is. Now, when I was purchasing my first property, what I did was I met with an accountant, and a great thing to do is meet with an accountant to see what your tax break is going to be and how much purchasing a property and having mortgage insurance will benefit you in regards to taxes. And for me, it was actually ended up being exactly the same that I was paying for rent. So that's one way to look at it is, what are your tax breaks going to be? And is it about the same price as what you're paying for rent now? A second misunderstanding that I many times hear is, oh, we have to have 20% down. We haven't saved up 20% for a down payment. Now, there are certain loan programs out there that will let you purchase a property with 10% or 3.5 to as low as 3.5 to 3%. There are great programs out there that make it very affordable. When you go from 20% down to 3.5%, it can make it a lot easier to come up with that amount. A third thing to look at is seller credits. So I did this strategy, and it basically just keeps money in your pocket. When you write the offer, you can ask that the seller credit you money back towards your closing costs. Now, what does that do? It basically can keep $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 in your pocket and eliminate all of your closing costs because the seller will cover those, and it's a great way to keep cash in your pocket. So it can, once again, eliminate some of the upfront cash needed to purchase your first property. Now, another challenge that people have is the ability to get a loan. Some people will say, well, we're self-employed, we don't qualify for a loan right now. Having a co-signer is another way to get around that. So if you have a family member or friend, somebody that would be willing to co-sign with you, then they would be on the loan and they would be responsible with you. It can just make it so that you can be qualified for a loan sooner than you would have thought. So having a co-signer is a great strategy. Finally, you've heard of these crowdfunding websites, Kickstarter, ways that people pool money to start different businesses or different nonprofits. Crowdfunding is a way that people are able to do this for purchasing a home. So there are two sites. There's Feather the Nest and Hatch My House. Hatch My House has actually been responsible for helping over $2 million worth of down payment money be raised. So if you've got a wedding coming up or birthday, you can start a website, and rather than people giving you gifts or china or things that you may or may not need, you can start one of these websites and people can give money towards your down payment. Great way to raise money. I had a mentor several years ago tell me, Dave, never look at something and say, I can't do that. Always look at it and ask the question, how can I do that? So if you start thinking like that, your mind goes into solution mode and you're able to come up with solutions for ways to purchase your first property. Use us as a resource when you have questions about purchasing your first property, or you need any connections to a lender or to an accountant. Feel free to reach out to us and we will help you connect to the right people to help you purchase your home as soon as possible. Thanks for watching the video today. Make it a great day, and we'll see you at the next video.